everything is discombobulated from Bedboom. And Mira was getting gone on by GPK as he goes to the high ground, but now is slowed to a crawl. Another missed swashbuckle in the fog, and he is brought down to earth. My goodness, this is the worst start we've seen from Bedboom in this group stage too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's always, I mean, we haven't really talked about this, but it's interesting to see these two teams play against each other compared to a lot of the global competition, right? Because they have so much...
And now Collapse can come finish the tier 2 bot as Bedboom not really interested in taking part of this. The Doom is used, though, on Laurel, so he's just going to get Rolling Thundered on, so a really nice pickoff for Bedboom. They get something for this tier 2 tower, which technically isn't dead yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, at this point, any kill is a win, right? When you're this starved and this controlled, you have to take what you can get, and killing the Queen of Pain with the Doom there is definitely a nice grab for them.
Radiant's
there goes the tower.
Has fallen.
Yeah, production was hovering over the shard for Brood, by the way, which he did purchase himself.
Yeah,
pretty cool one for Insatiable Hunger. Makes it just better.
Yep.
Kind of a cool design. Ramps up his damage, essentially.
Yeah, I think it can get a little bit deceptive in fights where all of a sudden Brood starts hitting like an absolute monster toward the end of that. You might not account for that and for how much the lifesteal is actually going to come into play. So when you're going off like muscle memory, or you're feeling about, okay, can I actually win this trade as anti-mage or whatever?
The backdoor protection.
This lane is dead, and I'm not talking about the psg way.
Okay, is that a first life already? Global Silence comes out. They need to get this first kill, and it actually does not expend anything. They still have Doom, the Rolling Thunder, the main thing used, and you can see Yatoro, or sorry, Nightfall still farming on the other side of the map. Another Nether Blast comes in, Pure goes in, does not use his Doom yet because of the Lincoln Spear. Nullifier applied, and he's trying to get healed by Save. Doing a pretty good job, but the Sonic Wave comes in. Then the barracks will go down in favor of Spirit, but they don't get any kills. I mean, that's not... I mean, obviously it's bad for Bedboom. They did get rid of the Aegis. They have a way to fight now, potentially.
They might have actually been able to kill the Morph if Nightfall TP back there. I think there was potentially a world where that was possible, because they executed the first kill with Global very well. Like, we theorized that that could be a possibility, and it did work out. So, I mean, kudos to Bedboom for a decent hold. I say that as they lose their barracks, but honestly, that could have been way worse. So... question is if they're buying enough time. Like, Antimage is obviously starting to recover. He is closing the gap because he's just non-stop farming while the enemy team is pushing.
Yeah, so he has his Manta now. So Vanguard, Manta, Battle Fury, and Basher is going to be next. And I think if they were to do that again, he would take part in the fight, surely.
Yeah.
I don't think he can give up 2 racks. 1 racks, like you said, the game is going so poorly that that seemed okay for them somehow.
Yeah. And I actually think the only reason they lost the barracks was the stolen Nether Blast. I think they would have kept them without it.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it is kind of a...
Can we see the tower damage?
Life drain anytime.
Or the building damage. I feel like Rubik did a lot of building damage in this game. Look at that. That's a Rubik.
Yeah.
Out of this, it's probably like 90% Nether Blast, right? Out of those 3K.
Nightfall just farming under the nose.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As the tier 2 tower is going to be given up for free, and GPK wants to fight apparently. Rolling Thunder is there, uses his shard as well. They'll be able to bring down Brood, but the heal is coming out. It's not enough. Collapse does fall. So a nice pickoff from Bedboom as Nightfall has joined the fight. And when that...
With Poshka showing.
Got the blink in. Laurel past the pop his BKB. He instantly gets a pistol, but it's reflected with the Lotus. And there goes the Global Silence as Collapse is just decimating the back line. Able to find 1 kill, but that's a buyback onto the Silencer now. The trade for the Undying is now Pure gets initiated on by Yatoro. He's kind of all alone. Sonic Wave clips him as well. He's BKB'd in the tree line. Gets off the War Stomp, but will likely just get right-click down. Indeed, he does. 65 seconds of no Doom. Another Nullifier kill coming in for Collapse and company. Bedboom will likely have to back, although they might be able to pick off a support here in Mira.
That Lotus Orb on Queen of Pain changed everything. Doom wanted
Nightfall, harpooned in.
That's Manta.
Indeed, he does.
So if they don't Lotus Quap at that exact moment, not too terrible for Bedboom.
Now another smoke. And focus is on Collapse, who's forced to pop his BKB. Can they actually chase him down? Still a Lotus applied. Rolling Thunder from GPK. Just going to get right-clicked by Yatoro. Pops a BKB of his own. There's the Mana Void. Deletes Collapse. Does not have buyback. And they get the Doom off as well. Global Silence just came back. In addition, Sonic Wave popped by Laurel. But it's not going to be enough to save Yatoro, who does end up falling. And now Mira will be able to steal Blink. He'll likely get away, but 3 dead for Spirit, as now BetBoom, a second try. They're successful, which means Roche is now theirs. I mean, a lot of that is just based on the RNG of when Roche spawned, but they were fortunate here.
But this is what mattered, right? I feel like they're ahead in the game now. They needed that one team fight win. It's a 3 to look like Orange were going to win that game.
Yeah, that was...
They were doing so well, and then they just tilted off the surface of the earth after that.
Rolling Thunder from GPK, but it's dodged, but the roll-up coming back for the Undying kill. And they get the Doom on Laurel. And with that, I think they're going to try to force a buyback. I don't know if they'll have time to actually push in this bot lane, so mid lane will likely be the choice.
Bad news. Looks like Winter will have to take the next flight.
Yep.
But maybe we got to keep psg then, so...
Yeah, can we get that all sorted out? Logistics team?
Oh, we need a replacement for Winter, guys, so...
I mean, that just goes to show how well BetBoom played. I mean, it's not over yet, obviously. But even just being in this conversation is impressive enough. As the Mana Void coming in, the jump, Mira's dead. All 3 have the whole game, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to see, unfortunately, saves as Pure is going to find the rest of Team Spirit there. Sonic Wave not missing this time. Yeah, they do want to get more out of this. Pure does not have buyback.
The call is evacuate. Nice catch from Spirit, but just as good escape from BetBoom to not lose any collateral there. But yeah, I like that a lot. Spirit, they recognize they have to go for some sort of moment of opportunity. They find the Doom and blast him immediately, but he needs to have...
Toronto Tokyo, he's going to pop, gets the Global Silence off Nightfall with the Abyssal. They're going to clean up Maposhka first. As GPK helping take out the second support as well as Pure looking for the Doom target. They're going to get the Morphling, it looks like. He is doomed, and he's going to be brought down with the Mana Void. Triple kill for Nightfall, and now the focus is after the wand. Yeah, there's the blink from Collapse, but he's going to be greeted by the enemy team. Gets off the call, tries to TP, Collapse. Won't get out of this one, though.
We'll turn this tide to our advantage.
The good news is he didn't show Blink Dagger, so he's going to be able to reveal that after respawning. Let's see if BetBoom prepare for that or not, if they can anticipate it.
Highest amount of building damage. Literally just been spamming hammer on one tower, and that's the record. That's funny. Well, in this game, he's also the biggest building damage hero. Only rivaled by Rubik with 20.
Yeah, that's 1 right click? 2? I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably 2. Wait, it might be 1. That's a good question.
Yeah. 73 damage. You do the math with the armor on the building.
Yeah, it's 1 or 2.
Okay, good.
I think it's 1, actually.
Well, Mira and Maposhka kind of sharing XP in the mid lane. And Pure, we will likely be seeing a Ravage here, I would assume, in the near future. As
Collapse is smoked, but if he walks down the lane here, and if he goes for a call on the Morph, they are so ready for a punish here. He isn't going to, though. He's backing off.
All right, good call from him, although now he's hightailing back as Nightfall's going to show. But now Collapse does have some backup, despite being the only smoked hero in the lineup. Collapse, there's the initiation. Pure gets off the gush, could go for the Ravage, but Yatoro has come with the Stone Gaze. That means BetBoom now retreats for the time being, but there's the Ravage to follow. Meteor Hammer on top of Yatoro. He has no mana, gets the wand and the Mystic Snake. There's the save temporarily from Mira. They have the surround and a nice attempt at the call, but the Medusa does die to the Slight. And Collapse, he's going to try to get out of here now. It's a big Fade Bolt from Save. Maposhka trying to heal his teammate, but that's going to get himself killed. And the Gush gets another kill on top of that. Make it a triple kill for Nightfall. 4 dead overall as Team Spirit get crushed.
Just a perfect bait. There's not really much else to say. They knew that was coming. They set it up beautifully. Great spell casting all around. Yeah, pretty much just flawless. Nightfall turning into the Medusa that fight. I think he got off Mystic Snake twice. It's not only about the lead, it's also about the power level of the heroes, right? Like when they win that bottom fight, they're not ready to rush.
Oh, they're going to try to go for the Medusa. Yatoro, he's going to attempt to TP out right in the face of everybody, but the adaptive strike brings him back, and they're going to bring him down. So not opting to use Stone Gaze.
Yeah. I think he could have Stone Gaze run.
Most likely.
Actually.
Yeah.
But wasn't anticipating any additional heroes. He counted the stuns. He knew there was no lift. There was no Ravage. Went for the escape, but gets punished heavily. There's a call.
Indeed, but Collapse is kind of outnumbered right now, but teammates are on the way. But he's going to get telekinesed back. Another slide onto 3 heroes. Atos being showed by Laurel, but no follow-up at all. And instead, Collapse gets waveform down. And Vedboom, I mean, it's only 9-4, but it just feels like they're getting everything they want, considering the heroes that are on Spirit's side. 2 of the 3 cores just feel like they're going to drop off here. Nice chains onto 2. Remnant takes out Miposhka, and now Laurel, very slow Viper. Meteor Hammer clips him. He's going to get lifted into the arms. Yeah.
Big spell to have down. Tokyo gets spotted.
Yeah, a little bit late on the TP, so
easily dealt with. Boom. More.
They want to go for more. Tidehunter's a bit tanky. He's got that pipe now. And here, he's going to be able to walk away. It's like the Nether ward was stolen.
The eternal curse of Axe right there.
Yeah, Collapse is just getting kited really hard in these fights. And now Mira will likely get cleaned up as well. Gets off the Demonic Purge, but not going to do a whole lot for him.
To the abyss.
So Spirit wanted to fight because there's no Ravage, but they feel like they just can't kill this Tide without Nether Toxin just being on him the entire fight. So into the Roche pit, Vedboom goes. Nightfall still with those Medusa illusions. Kind of funny. And this will be their first Aegis. Again, only a 2K lead, so making it... Are we being a little too grim?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I just don't know what Viper Axe do this game if they're behind.
Hey, I'm not so much...
Medusa is a beast, though. We've seen that
I'm not
before.
looking so much at the gold in general in this game. I'm looking at just the perceived power curve of the heroes, right? And what they're meant to do. And I found in this tournament so far that I've been surprised multiple times, so I'm not going to say with a lot of confidence that things are going in a specific way this game, but historically speaking...
I think so. GPK, he might be able to scout it, but has a Remnant up, and yeah, they're going to be able to claim the Aegis and Cheese. Definitely now on the run, but there's a counter initiation. Toronto Tokyo dies right off the bat. Nether tucks the fight to the Tidehunter as GPK kills off a support. Yatoro does get off his Stone Gaze as Laurel eats the Cheese just before dying. So we'll stay alive as a result, and now GPK will find a little bit of distance. There's the Ravage coming out. It's going to connect onto 3. Mira likely to be the first to fall, but another Nether Toxin comes in. There's Yatoro. Still with the Aegis. He's got very low mana. If he gets surrounded, he has to be very careful. There's a gem randomly on the deck because both supports from Spirit are dead. Telekinesis back, Yatoro. This might be life number 1. Indeed it is. Laurel on the outskirts. He might be scouted here. We'll try to TP out. Global Silence is there.
Is under attack.
So at the very least, Laurel gets out, but the Aegis, Cheese, and basically everybody from Spirit die.
Fails to see.
Nightfall turned into Shadow Demon and disrupted the Medusa twice that fight.
Really?
Those illusions are pretty good. Yeah.
I did not see that. Back. Oh, he's going to have to stone. Did I just...
gotta give him credit. Thanks for giving him credit.
He's trying to TP out, but the Searing Chains is there. Oh, no. I pulled a Cinder in, everybody.
Yeah, gotta give him credit, though. Make sure you do that before he dies so he knows he got it.
Well, that's not technically a compliment, right? I said you got to give him credit, but the compliment hadn't come yet.
Oh.
So I don't know what kind of curse that was.
What was the compliment going to be? He hasn't died very much this game. Was that the compliment?
No, he's still farming really well despite his team being kind of on the defensive. But yeah, he died now. That's a big deal.
They could force the buyback more than likely. Tied with the refresher. He has more than enough mana pool where that came from with that Shiva's build, so not going to be an issue for Pure whatsoever to get 2 of those bad boys off. And that really feels like if Spirit don't win a fight and get a Roche, I think if Morph has 2 lives, they're just screwed.
There's the forced buyback. Global Silence is there, though. They delete Shadow Demon.
Whoa, Laurel, that is just not
where
gonna
are
work,
you,
buddy.
young man? He will have to buy back as well. GPK trying to keep everybody busy on the other side. As the tower taking heavy damage from the illusion.
Good. He's 14-1. That was his 1 death.
Yep.
Oh, a hero that can kill Medusa illusions. That's refreshing.
One of the only.
Oh my god, it's a fair fight.
It really is. God, what has happened to us? All right, the tower is... Oh, we got the smoke coming out. First Ravage comes out from Pure with the gush.
Okay, they get the
Last
call.
gets a nice call. Can they actually do something with this, though?
He has cheese as well.
Nightfall and company looking to reset, and yeah, I think he's going to have to pop that cheese. Indeed, he does. Yatoro gets off the Stone Gaze as well. The Shadow Demon is dieback now. As you can see, Nightfall really wanting to 1v1, but not going to happen for now. And there is the Ravage from Pure. The second one comes out, and that is going to be a dead Medusa, and it's a dieback. 4 dead for Spirit. And again, just such a strange game, considering we've been seeing 99% of the games just brawl out,